Thanks very much, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, the Fraser Institute has noted that the key to transcontinental pipelines, I know, listen up, and further development of the oil sands is the support of First Nation people. Now, mix in the province's poor reaction to environmental issues which disproportionately affect First Nations, Métis and Innu. So, to the Minister of the Environment, does the minister understand that when the province does not do its job in environmental and health protection affecting Aboriginal peoples, it undermines the oil industry and jeopardizes future development?
Honourable Minister.
Well, thank you, Mr. Speaker, and thank you for the question. And, Mr. Speaker, we care deeply about First Nations and all Albertans in this province, and we care deeply about the environmental issues in this province. And that's why we work with all Albertans, be it First Nations, Métis or Albertans, to make sure that we do have strong environmental policies in place and that we make sure that we work with Albertans on their concerns that they have when they raise them. Just yesterday I was talking to Chief Adam about issues that they have. We work very hard, as does the Minister of Aboriginal Relations, directly with First Nations and Métis.
Honourable member.
Same minister, Mr. Speaker. Why does this government continue to minimize the concerns that are raised by First Nation people? Just today, hundreds of people from Treaty 8 were on the steps of the Legislative Assembly to protest the lack of provincial accountability for damages done to their lands.
Honourable Minister.
Well, Mr. Speaker, I think that, first of all, I think the the member across the way is a little high on her numbers of people on the stands of the legislature today. But, Mr. Speaker, I can say to you that we've had very engaging discussions with all of the treaty organizations in the province of Alberta. I've been to a number of communities, talked to chiefs and councils, talked about the environment, talked about consultation, talked about economic opportunities, talked about education. Mr. Speaker, we're changing the dialogue in Alberta, and we're partnering with First Nations to make sure that they're available to succeed in all the opportunities that are available in this province, and looking after the environment is one of those key objectives. Good work.
Talks cheap, Mr. Speaker. Back to the same environmental minister. Why does the polluter not pay in Alberta? They get an educational lecture, but they don't have to pay costs, and they don't seem to get any kind of a serious fine. Why is that?
Honourable Minister.
Well, thank you, Mr. Speaker, and maybe we need to spend some time together because, quite frankly, if there are issues, environmental issues that happen in this province, the companies are fined if there is an issue that arises. That's why, Mr. Speaker, we actually take the time to do the investigations, which these across the members across the way never want us to take that time. But we, quite frankly, in our ministry, take the time to do the investigation, and if there are charges to be laid, we lay them, and then the industry companies pay for that, Mr. Speaker.